Tony Gedge, day 27, Marbella, lockdown. The police were out yesterday near where I live. I was walking down the street to the supermarket, and a loudspeaker in Spanish was saying, "This is the police, stay indoors." Now, there weren't any people on the streets. Where I live is very quiet. There was only me on this street. So it's interesting that they follow orders, yet there's no flexibility in the orders that they are given. I was speaking to a client the other day, and he's very positive. And he said, "I'm not thinking about what I'm going to lose in this crisis. I'm thinking about what I'm going to gain." So today, I want to look at what you can gain when you reopen, not what you're losing. We can't control what we're losing, but we can control what we're going to gain. Now, I had a message from another client saying, "I'm really pleased. I watched your video on how to stop your patients cancelling their plan, and I've only had 11 out of 1,600 plan patients cancel." Now, I'm a seeker of the truth. So I asked him, I said, out of those 11, how many of those 11 referred other patients to you? The second question I asked was, how many of those 11, what is their treatment value over the past 3 years? How much have they spent on treatment with you? Number 3, I didn't ask this question, number 3, but I would also be interested in what their length of loyalty is. So when you answer those 3 questions, you can get the true patient value of what a patient is worth to you as a business owner. We have to turn a profit. Simple as that. So I was looking at what he is going to lose by not potentially looking after those patients. So it goes in reverse of what my other client was saying, what am I going to gain and what am I not going to lose? But in my Invasion of the Straight Teeth Snatchers book, I talk about your patient plan and the benefits of being on a plan. So I'm a big believer in a plan, because in times like this, it does save your bacon. But also, if you really look into the numbers of patients on your plan, a lot of people think, well, if they're on a plan and they don't come in and they're not using their membership, great, I've saved time. But in reality, it's a mistake. It's just like going to the gym, and if you haven't been for 4 months, the gym owner is not bothered. But it's a mistake, because a client, Richard Howarth, Dental Mavericks trustee, is real analytical in his numbers, and he told me that if patients don't show up for their regular treatment, then they are likely to accept less ongoing treatment. So it's really important to protect our patients on the plan and to make sure they're having regular treatment for their health, but also they will not move forward into higher treatments. So it's a mistake not to let your patients come in. And we also need to reward on loyalty. So Richard doesn't have the standard 20% off if you're on the plan. His view, and a lot of other clients view, since his view, is that we reward patients for their loyalty. So if somebody's been with you for 20 years, then give them 20%, but we don't call it discount, we call it an investment reduction. If they've been with you 15 years, get 15%, 10 years, 10, 5%. So you're giving away your profit when you give percentages off for treatment moving forward. So look at what we can gain by converting your pay-as-you-go in the future onto your plan. But change your plan. Look at rewarding for loyalty and not for just being on your plan. So here at MPOD, we encourage our clients to play monthly mini games. Now, I won't go into that today, but what you could do when the practice is open again, we can play a mini game to convert our pay-as-you-go onto your plan. If you want to know more about that, drop me an email. Let me tell you today's quote. And it is this. This is from my Full Focus Planner. And today's quote is, "Let us make our future now, and let us make our dreams tomorrow's reality." So create your future now by thinking about what you're going to gain and not what you're going to lose. I'm Tony Gedge, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for day 28, Marbella Lockdown.